we have a number of press and reporters in the room. At this time, we will take your questions. Does anyone have a question? Yes.
Can you please clarify what exactly happened regarding Police Chief Ramos? We were told by a county spokesperson that she was placed on administrative leave, but then I guess a public relations person working for her sent out a press release saying that she had stepped down. Can somebody clarify?
Yes, I'm more than happy to speak to the fact that for DeKalb County, Chief Ramos is on administrative leave. I cannot speak to nor can I answer for any press release that was sent out by a second party. And as it relates to matters of personnel, we do not comment on matters of personnel. She is currently on administrative leave.
CEO, Madam CEO, who's at the helm of the department while she's on leave?
We have Chief Patrick, who is here with us today.
Can you explain what may have led to either her stepping down or being placed on administrative leave at all? Were there factors that you saw that told you that the job was not being done correctly or properly?
Understood. Because it is a matter of personnel, it is the county's policy not to comment on matters of personnel in any way, unfortunately.
Well, can you comment on the job that the chief has done? Do you feel comfortable with her leadership?
I will say that she has served DeKalb County well. I have worked with her. She has always been available. But beyond that, as it relates to administrative leave, I do not have any comment.
No, I'm not talking about administrative leave. I'm talking about your vision to move the police department forward. What type of leader would you like to see?
In terms of leadership for DeKalb County, I expect a leader who is first and foremost committed to the community and to the men and women who serve. It is the responsibility of that leader to provide an environment that is conducive for officers who are out there to ensure that not only do they have the proper resources, but the proper support and pay, who is also very engaged within the community. Because I want to be very clear, in addition to announcing the salary increase that we are presenting and the wraparound services, we also announced a variety of community programs. We are partnering with DeKalb County Schools. We are launching the Nonviolence Initiative because we believe that it's really important that you begin early to teach young people conflict resolution. Also teaching them and helping them understand that actions have consequences. So it is bigger than just announcing a pay increase. It is also about community partnerships. We are also forming a police foundation because we want to enlist our corporate partners to help us by providing necessary resources to assist our officers. So it is a conglomerate approach that we're taking and very excited to do so.
But see, okay, you got a lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff, and I know you need the community support, but what message does it send to the community when we got this kind of miscommunication where you're saying leave of absence and she's saying I'm stepping down?
Well, I stand here before you and I'm not seeing that she said that.
We all have the emails. Would you like to see it?
Well, let me ask you this.
Yes.
Whatever her status at this moment, is at least an informal search underway for that position?
At this time, I have no comment concerning if there is a no, there is not a formal search to fill the position. At this point, Chief Patrick is serving as the interim.
Do you have an idea of what that process could look like looking for a new permanent police chief?
I would say that if there is a necessity to fill a position, we will follow the current requirements of the county, where there would be, at the appropriate time, a posting of the position, and it would be open for a national search to identify an individual that meets the requirements that are necessary to serve within the capacity.
Does the chief have your confidence?
I am very confident. I've worked with her. I will comment and say that, I have no comment beyond that. Yes, because I want to be clear, as a DeKalb County Commissioner, I'm familiar with many of the officers that are present.
Yeah, let me rephrase that. Does the chief have your confidence going forward?
In what way?
As an effective leader?
I have no comment on her leadership. we can check the record. She has served DeKalb, and at this point, she is on administrative leave.
In that email, there were some notes about her accomplishments, and part of those was paying officers triple overtime. Now, this kind of conflicted with your incentive to, invest $10 million. Were there other instances where, your vision and the police department's vision going forward clashed?
I will not say that paying officers during the period of time in which triple overtime occurred is a conflict or a clash. Across the United States, and DeKalb County has been no different. It has been very difficult to recruit police officers. And that is due to, I believe, a variety of reasons. So during CEO Thurman's administration, it was made the decision to begin paying triple overtime as an incentive to keep officers and keep them on the street. However, I believe the long-term solution is to ensure that officers are paid a proper and decent wage for the services that they provide. And because currently we are short-staffed and it does affect response times, filling positions, so that we have a fully staffed police department.
Are you familiar with the attrition rate? How many officers DeKalb has lost?
Since 2019, approximately 300.
And that's roughly a third of the entire allocation of money for a certain number of positions.
That is correct.
And I may have missed it. Did you mention what the increase would be, what you're looking at?
Well, I did not, but we are looking at a 7% overall. So for our baseline officers, we're going from 57,000 to 60,000, up to, and that is the beginning, up to 64, depending on if there is a degree. And for officers that have a college degree or master service, that is $75,000 or more. And we are also providing for compression, because we want to ensure that as we are increasing the starting salaries, that officers who have had a presence will receive adequate compensation for the years that adequate compensation increases that are in line with their levels of service.
You mentioned that the pay raises are coming from a reallocation within the existing budget. Where is the money being reallocated from?
Well, we are moving it away from triple overtime to baseline salaries.
So it remains within the department. You're not pulling from social services and other sorts of people services that the county provides.
That is correct.
And officers won't have to work as hard to get that pay. That's your goal.
Absolutely.
Is there a time limit on her leave?
As it is a matter of personnel at this moment, I cannot comment on the leave or the timeline for which it exists.
Paid or unpaid?
It is paid leave.
Has she submitted a letter of resignation?
Can we not take any more questions on Chief Ramos? Let's stay on topic. We can't say anything other than what she's already said.
Is
Any
there an
other
opportunity
questions?
for the Assistant Chief or Interim Chief Patrick to speak?
Oh, I'm more than happy to have Chief Patrick speak.
Thank you, ma'am. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Greg Patrick. I've been serving the DeKalb County community, the DeKalb County Police Department for more than 27 years. The past 6 years, I've been an assistant chief within the department, and I'm honored and humbled by the opportunity to serve in whatever capacity seems fit for the men and women of our police department, which are our most valuable resource. And I want to thank Madam CEO for recognizing our valuable resources and investing in them. So, thank you.
How important is community policing to you, Chief?
Community policing is the cornerstone of policing. Without the community, there is no policing.
What's your definition of that?
It goes back to Sir Robert Peel, the Peelian principles back in the 1800s from London, England. And community policing is the community and the police partnership. The community are the police are the community. We work together to serve our community.
What have you been able to learn from Chief Ramos's leadership that believes you're prepared for this role right now?
I've learned a lot of valuable lessons throughout my entire career working for a number of different leaders, and I take something from each and every one of them.
Will you make any changes?
Chief?
I'm sorry?
We make any changes?
Right now, this is the first day, so we'll make assessments and adjustments as we move along.
What can you tell the residents, taxpayers of DeKalb County, with this leadership transition?
I know a lot of the residents and business and community leaders in DeKalb County. My position hasn't changed over the last 27 years. I've been a productive member of the police department, and those relationships are only going to get better as we move forward. It is a community partnership, back to community policing, and without the community, we are not going to be successful.
But as they have questions about leadership uncertainty, a shortage of officers, they may be worried about crime rates. They may be worried about driving to work or to home every day. How can you reassure them that it is still safe to live, work, and play here in DeKalb County?
The DeKalb County Police Department hasn't changed just because I'm standing here before you as an interim police chief. We've done a good job over a number of years. We do a lot of different work throughout the community. We incorporate community policing, not only being involved with communities, but we really dive into the statistics, our hotspot policing, our public policing. So we keep a very intensive strategy moving forward, and that's not going to change.
Chief, spell your last name for us, please.
Yes, ma'am. It's Padrick.
Can you pronounce that Patriot?
Yes, sir.
Madam CEO, can I ask you one last question? You got a lot out here, we're gonna try to all include it in our reports, I'm sure, but this topic of what's going on with the chief is going to be out there. What do you want to say to the public about the leadership of the police department and what's going on?
I'd like to say that I have great confidence in the men and women who serve DeKalb County. DeKalb County is comprised right now of over 515 sworn officers who show up each and every day, who continue to serve DeKalb, who has worked hard for the residents of DeKalb County when we have faced both global pandemics as well as crises. And those men and women are in this room today. I have great confidence that they will continue to do their job, that they will continue to show up, that the leadership is in place, and each and every one of those individuals have my full vote of confidence to serve, to protect, and to continue ensuring the safety of every DeKalb County resident.
Can we expect any other leadership changes within DeKalb County government?
At this point, I have no comments concerning any other leadership changes that are on my radar.
CEO, you mentioned a number 835 concerning the position. What was that number for?
That is the amount of officers that are funded.
Do we have any other questions?
Unless we missed anything you'd like to add?
No, thank you all for coming out today. You all are a large part of my recruitment plan. We want people across the state of Georgia and the region to know that we are competitive, that we have a competitive salary, that we have a commitment to our officers, and that we are actively recruiting, because I understand first and foremost that proper police presence and reducing crime is absolutely critical for economic development. It affects property values, and of course, it is going to be imperative for us to lower those rates, because in some areas of DeKalb, we do have high crime zones. So thank you all for coming out.
I'm sorry, one more. You said something about crime, and you mentioned that there were 2 categories where we did not decline. What were those 2 categories?
Homicide and rape.
Can you confirm, there was a note that Chief Ramos had been the longest serving DeKalb County police chief in the last 20 years. Is that accurate?
I honestly cannot respond to that with accuracy or knowledge, so I will decline to do so.
Is anyone else behind you more familiar with that matter that can speak to it or confirm it?
No comment.
No comment.
All right, we thank you all for coming out. If you have additional questions, you can reach the communications department at dasmith@DeKalbCountyGA.gov, and we're happy to follow up on any of your questions. Thank you.